Hey everybody, first LinkedIn Live here since COVID-19 hit us. My marketing team has been pushing me to do this, and I just haven't quite been ready for it. I haven't really figured out exactly what I wanted to say. I don't think that we're really at the point yet where we should be celebrating any wins yet. We're still in the middle of the game, and but I think that there are things that are starting to crystallize about kind of leadership in general and running the business, and some lessons that I'd love to chat about that we've learned here at CIA, and maybe will help you as you position your business coming out of this thing. So really two pieces of the conversation. One, I'm going to talk about kind of the game plan that we're executing here at CIA and how it may apply for you all. And secondly, I'll give you just a quick update on financial markets and the financial situation that's happening in the world. So on the business side, we've been really looking at this through the lens of, let's just call it a football game. We've been talking about defense, offense, special teams, and just leadership, right? What it is to be the responsible owner or responsible head coach on the field. So from a defense perspective, I think we all have to be thinking about our customers. A couple points on that is we got to just be playing excellent defense. We got to be making sure that our existing customers, our existing clients are feeling the love and are being taken care of. We got to keep our existing clients happy, informed, and understood. So we've been extremely proactive, right? My goal is to answer questions for people before they even know that they have them, right? I want them to understand that we are on top of things and we're thinking about things before they even need to worry about it. Don't give everybody what they already have so much of, right? If I get one more PDF about the CARES Act that everybody else has already produced with no other content around it or personalization, I'm going to throw up. I'm tired of it, right? Do what you do better, right? If everybody's communicating, which everybody's not, by the way, enough, do it better. Use video, use podcasts, use audio files, do it better. Love your customers, right? Love them. Remind them how important they are to you personally and how you are in this with them. And we are in this together and we are doing great. And we need to just overlove people in this time where it's so hard for all of us being so far away from each other. Be authentic. If I get one more email that says, "Hope you are safe, stay healthy," as the first line, it's so inauthentic to me. It's like, do you really even care? Because you're not even putting in the time or attention to be authentic and genuine. Do a live video with your clients or your customers. Live. Put yourself out there. Be vulnerable. So play great defense, offense. Others around the world are on their heels. If not today, if you can't do it today because it's so necessary for you to be playing all defense all the time, then what groundwork are you laying today to be sprinting when others are just getting their shoes on coming out of this thing? So let's lay the groundwork. Let's do all the strategic stuff that we need to be doing today to lay that groundwork to be sprinting. Be telling today your future story so that people remember you first coming out of this. You don't have to have the story completely told or completely completed. You just need to be telling the story. You need to go ahead and tell the story that's already been happening so that everybody's already thinking about you coming out of this. And if you've got a big enough team, you can have half your team playing defense and have half your team playing offense, right? But at the same time, you got to be thinking with this offensive mode so that, again, you're sprinting out of the block. Increase your marketing spend. I know that that's impossible for some people and that it is a challenging time. But again, now may be the time for you to be front and forward to let people know that you're there for them and for their needs and be laying that groundwork again. So I think that you got to be thinking about playing both defense and offense. So I'm going to call this special teams, but it's really your special team. It is your special team. How are you making sure that your team is being made to feel special and you are making sure that they know how special they are to you? And I mean, the big bottom line here is communicate, communicate, communicate. You've heard this, but there's never enough communication that can happen. Only when you've over communicated so far and so much can you actually pull back, right? See them again. See them all the time. Video is so much more impactful than just dropping an email to somebody. So please see them again, and see them all the time. Just drop in video calls with them when you need to. Love them. It's okay to tell your team that you love them and you are there for them, and you want them to know that you care for them so much that you can authentically say, I love you. Trust them. You know, it's like we've been talking about it at CIA here, how we've been like Navy SEALs, right? In the underwater where it's completely dark. You don't even have to see each other. We just know that everybody's picking up the ball, playing all the different plays every day, and we don't need to worry about micromanaging them. Trust your team. Remind them of your priorities. There is still an element of this that is business as usual, right? You've got all these strategic initiatives you're already focused on. Yes, you've had to shift that, but now that you're in phase, whatever, 2 or 3, let's make sure that we're reminding them of what our top priorities are. Also, remind them how great of work it is that you are doing and how purposeful it is. Let's remember that people want to have a purpose behind the work that they do every day, and it's our job to remind them of the great work we're doing and how purposeful it is, and give them what they need and remove what they don't. Ask the question, what is blocking you from doing your best work? Hear it, really listen, and then make sure you remove the blocks, give them what they need, and remove what they don't. So the last piece is, again, define your leadership. I think that this is a moment where each of us as leaders can define who we are for a generation to come, both to our customers, both to our future customers, and to our team. But define your leadership today. Be urgent, make decisions, be confident, okay? Just go with your gut, right? There is a lot of instinct going on right now, and you have to trust your instinct and make informed, judgment-based decisions. Judgment-based decisions are a decision based on the information I have today. And yes, that information will change, and I will change as the information does. Communicate clearly. Be authentic. Don't leave any ambiguity. When I tell our team what we're going to do, I'm completely clear with where we're trying to go, because there cannot be any room for confusion and like, I wonder what Mitch was really saying. No, I'm going to tell you straight up what I'm saying and what I mean. Own it. Be vulnerable and be better. Nobody's perfect here. We're going to screw up. All right. So I'm totally okay with that. And it's very welcoming to the rest of our team to know that like Mitch is going to own it, and he's going to be vulnerable, and he's going to try and get better. Over communicate. I just can't say it enough. Care more than you could possibly ever consider. You need to care. So just let people know that you care and tell them that you are caring. Everybody can't know that you're caring unless you tell them that you care. So define your leadership is the 4th piece of this. So with that said, that's kind of a business leadership kind of commentary. I would talk about financial markets. I'm going to say that we have 3 keys at CIA that we're talking about. And I think you should think about this as you're thinking about your personal finances or your business finances. Number 1, face the reality of where we are. Every day it changes. Every day it's different. The government coming and infusing money changes the outcome dramatically. But you got to face the reality of how bad it could be, how long it could take, what the world may look like, but you got to face the reality. Have dry powder is point number 2. We need to have enough money to operate our businesses and operate our families if the reality is that it's worse. So face the reality, have enough dry powder, and free up that dry powder however you need to. It's about managing cash sometimes right now, but then you should upgrade in quality. So if you're an investor, you should what you own now in this environment and moving forward is going to matter more than it ever has in the last decade. So, aerospace and autos and energy are going to be hurting more, right? When the market's down 15%, half of that's worse and half of that's better, right? Amazon and Zoom are winning and grocery stores are winning. So upgrading quality in your portfolio in case the reality that we're trying to face is worse. I'm just going to say, here's the last kind of summary of what's happened. It was dark for a while there. The government was poor at responding to the health crisis proactively. Then the government, the Federal Reserve, and Congress reacted very fast. I think that they did a great job with a lot of money that saved us from the worst case scenario. Regardless of the moral hazard or your concerns about what long-term effects that may be, they saved us from the worst case scenario, depression. All about the virus and the economy moving forward. Businesses are literally just waiting. Businesses are just waiting to see what's going to happen. And meaningful decisions are going to be made the longer that this thing goes on. And people are just waiting. A spike in the virus or longer to get fully cranked up from an economic perspective will weigh on the markets and the economy longer term. And the other thing that I would just mention to you that other people are not talking about is that there is another black swan that is weighing on the economy right now on top of the virus, and that is the impact of oil, right? We're not even talking about that, but oil was literally negative the other day. It was trading at 90 cents a barrel for next month's crude prices. So that can be an overhang in the economy way beyond just the virus. So that's my update. First LinkedIn live update. And let me know anything that you all need, any questions that you have, please feel free to drop me a line on LinkedIn or email, and stay safe. And I really do care about you. And I hope you are finding great, meaningful time with your families right now while we're all at home. So have a great day, guys.